What's up, guys? It's the Mattman98. Welcome inside the Matt Cave for another video involving zombies. I like to say it like the guy who is the creator, who did the trailer for that was zombies. I can't do it quite like he does, but regardless, welcome inside the video, guys. We are here to do some juicy intel in regards to DLC 1 for Black Ops Cold War Zombies. Now, we've been having a really good time with the D Machine Easter egg, just doing it over and over and over, just replayability of D Machine. I'm very impressed with. So hats off to Treyarch for a good job on the very first DLC. The reason you have this little paper over here to my, I guess my right and your left, is we found some intel that was recently thrown into the Zombies map, D Machine. And if you grind it out on there, especially with the Christmas update we had happening, we found some intel. Now, it wasn't just me specifically, so I want to give credit to the Zombies community, those who specifically found this intel. It was from the Zombies community, so shout out to you guys, as always, the COD Zombies community coming in clutch as always. But I figured I want to throw this video out there so you guys have an idea of what to expect possibly. It's not confirmed, but with this intel, I'm pretty sure it's confirmed at this rate. I'm going to say it's confirmed unofficially, but I'll say it's confirmed on my end. But let's read some intel we had that we unlocked from D Machine. There was a few of these little like broken out papers over here, so we'll go ahead and take a look at these papers and see exactly what they say. So I have the paper right here. You have it right here on behind to my side. So let's read this first one. And we have a couple of them here, so you'll go back here and here and here. But let's go ahead and do right about here, I believe is what it is. Yeah, it's this one here. So let's read some of these ones. I know the one specifically I'll let you guys know. We won't go through every single one of them, but I want to skip through. So let's go 1, 2. This is the one I want to highlight for lastly, but not least. But let's look at this one first. Report from Moscow, October 30th, the year of 1983. Now we're going to read through these. I'm going to try to read as fast as I can through them. If it's kind of BS that you've already heard, I'll just kind of skim through it. But it's kind of a timeline, a background to the Omega Group and what they've been doing. In addition to a new piece of intel that actually does tell us about DLC 1. We'll get to that as soon as possible, but I want to kind of give you some background here. If you guys, by the way, are enjoying this, I want to make sure to remind you guys to do a couple of things for me real quickly here. Make sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying the content, and make sure you hit that bell notification so you know whenever these videos go live in regards to Black Ops Cold War Zombies, or when I'm live to stream on YouTube, possibly. I do stream on YouTube occasionally, but mainly right now it's been the videos. And the Twitch side is going to be in the description down below, twitch.tv/thematman98. Feel free to follow me on Twitter and on Twitter, on TikTok, Instagram, all those great social media platforms. I'm all over that. So make sure to do that as well to support the channel in addition to that. Now, on to the intel, the stuff you came in here for. So, background, March 23rd, U.S. President Reagan announces strategic defensive initiative. If implemented, SDI constitutes a mortal threat to the Soviet Union. March 25th, KGB Chairman Chebrikov, I might be butchering this, assigns new commanding officer to KGB Spetsnaz Omega Group with orders to restore unit to full readiness and deliver results capable of offsetting the threat of SDI. On the 26th of March, the Colonel orders Omega Group Research and Development Team to scour KGB archives. July 15th, Dr. Alexandra Valentina discovers 2 reels of film in an intelligence vault sealed in since 1945. The content of these films is taken at a German site in Poland, which is the site for D Machine, codenamed N Station, is flagged for review by the chairman of the state secretary. So this intel right here is actually correlating with what you found, what Samantha found and gave to Weaver for him to look at. That was the footage that they found from 45, where the Germans actually sealed the vault with someone inside there, and the Russians got a hold of it, and they were wanting to at least find out what exactly was going down there, and they wanted to, as we found out through D Machine, that there was something specifically interesting going on there. Now, this next piece of intel is something really what is going to hint towards the next DLC. So it's a little teaser in this one. So Chebrikov, I think it's the way he pronounces his name. Sorry, I had to pop my neck there. Chebrikov convenes meeting with Chairman Andropov and top members of the Politburo, screening the films and proposing the weaponization of the phenomena recorded at N Station, which of course was the Dark Ether. Within 2 weeks, approval is given for Operation Undertaker to be carried out by Special Operations Group Omega. So they went to InStation, and it led to Operation Undertaker. Now, you're going to see one of these other pieces of intel, which I'm probably going to skip right on to, just for the sake of the time of the video, so we get to the meat and potatoes of this video. Operation Undertaker. Remember that name when we get to the next piece of intel I'm going to give you that has to do with DLC 1, because I'm not going to tease you with a long-ass video and then clickbait you and not get you into what you wanted to hear. So, let's get into the mission status. End-station site in Morasco, Meteorite Preserve, which is, of course, that's the site of D Machine, secured August 28th. Cover story about unexploded ordnance supports armed perimeter to keep locals away. Dr. Valentina and Dr. William Peck began an examination of the abandoned German scientific equipment. 2 months of study by Peck and Valentina confirmed cyclotron and other experimental devices are restored to operational condition. Now, I wonder if the cyclotron is actually what causes the dark ether to come out, like we did when we were trying to unlock the Pack-a-Punch or the Forge. The Colonel is currently dispatching additional Omega teams to End Station for particle accelerator restart. Results will be provided to the chairman after November the 2nd, or 2nd of November. And that's the end for the Omega Group's Dr. Alexander Valentina. Dr. Valentina, of course, is a big catalyst in this as well, in this research. But let's get on to that's a little teaser there. This is the one I wanted to highlight of all those intels that we have. And by the way, if you want to see these intels for yourself, all the pieces of intel that I've gotten from the community themselves, make sure to leave a comment in the comment section down below, and I will make sure to link that to you guys. If I get enough comments about, I want to see, then I'll link it on my Twitter, and I'll let you guys know, and I'll actually put a link in the description down below to that. So if you guys comment on there, I'll respond to your comments and tag you saying, hey, the intel is here. Feel free to take a look at it on your own time. So if you guys want to look at all the intel, feel free to do that. But for the sake of the video, let's get to the meat and potatoes of this one. So this one's for November 17th, 1983, Moscow, of course, but though, as you can see from unlike the other pieces of intel, this is redacted. So this is the big juicy one. Background, August 16th. Here's that name again, Operation Undertaker. Is given formal approval to be carried out by Special Operations Group Omega. November 1st, Operation Undertaker is completed. Dimensional gateways open around the world. They mentioned that in D Machine towards the back end, including one near, here's your location, chat, your Huang Ho. I must be butchering that, but I'm going to pronounce it Huang Huo or Huang Ho, district of Quang Tri, province, Socialist Republic of Vietnam. Now I'm going to stop right there. We did have a lot of people from the community that were, I don't know if it was a data miner or whatever. I don't like to listen to data miners anyways. I stay away from them. But there was rumor going around that the next DLC, and I think a couple of our zombie streamers actually kind of hinted towards this, just based on what we saw in the campaign itself and some of the intel we got prior to that, that there was going to be a zombies DLC map in Vietnam. And some people were thinking, oh my gosh, it's Shinonuma remade. However, as we heard from the zombies devs in a video, I think it was a live stream, but also it was tagged on Twitter on their page. It's an absolutely new map. It's not Shinonuma. Then again, they have trolls before. Let's go on to the next part of the intel. November 8th, Chairman Prickoff, I keep messing his name up, comes to an agreement with Chairman Pham Van Dong, again, if I'm butchering the names, I'm sorry, to construct a KGB Spetsnaz Omega Group facility outside district capital of Khe Sanh. Now, keep these names in mind because that map thing you saw me tease in the image next is a big one. November 9th, approval is given for Operation Blank. Now, as you can see here, Operation or here's a guy that can't speak Russian. If you guys like that part, make sure to smash the thumbs up button. I cannot speak different languages. Operatia, which is Operation basically in this version, Operation Blank. Now, it's funny how they have Operation Undertaker here, but here is Operation Redacted. I wonder if that redacted information is the new DLC name. Now, it didn't say in any of the intels called D Machine because that was the dev's name for it. But I wonder if this next map's going to be Operation Blop. Here is the name of the map. Now, a lot of people have been teasing it's being called Firebase Z is what it is. Oh, Firebase Z. It's Operation Firebase or Firebase Z or whatever. We'll see. We'll see if that's the name of it. But I find it very interesting that Operation Blank is redacted. To be carried out by a special operations group Omega. And here's a big one. November 11th, construction begins for Omega Group site near Quezon. Now, here's a big part here. I want you guys to pay attention to this too, because it has a key date here, which I believe is going to be the DLC release date. Okay, pay attention. Here we go. Omega Group operations site secured near Quezon on November 11th, not that date. Cover story about recently discovered U.S. chemical weapon being accidentally detonated has successfully resonated throughout the community. Site construction has begun with completion anticipated by the 15th of February. Stop there. The 15th of February, you hear, chat. The 15th of February. Okay? Let's look up here when the 15th of February is. So, February 2021 in our time, February 15th, 2020 is a Monday. If I remember correctly, D Machine was released on a Friday, when the whole entire Cold War was released. D Machine was live on that Friday. So if my math is correct, or at least my calculations are correct according to this, either we're going to have DLC 1 release on possibly the 15th, maybe the 16th. Typically they do it on Tuesday, but it just depends. But if they're going to stick with the Friday release, then that means that the week of the 15th of February is when DLC 1 happens. Now, I doubt they're going to release a DLC on a Monday because people have school and all that stuff. They want people to get into they want the community to be blowing up with DLC stuff. So if they're going to keep with that Friday theme, then that means that DLC 1 should be live Friday, February the 19th. I'm still sticking to hope that's the week of the 15th. I don't think it's going to be exactly the 15th, but just based on this intel here and the timing of when DLC 1 will probably be released, it's typically a couple of months after the first DLC. I know it's felt like an eternity since then, but that is where I think my prediction here, DLC 1 will be released the week of February 15th. It's got to correlate, no question. Okay, continuing on here. The Colonel has expressed interest in using site to begin testing on blank. Additionally, Operation Redacted will focus on further testing with Redacted. So these two things, the testing on whatever this is as a big part of the Easter egg, big part of the actual DLC. Formal request to begin curating volunteers for experimentation has been submitted pending approval. Expect our first full report before March. That's another key thing too at the end of this little thing here. It's from Dr. William Peck. So not only does it say February 15th is when the anticipated completion will be, but they also say the first full report will be before March. That definitely, for me, secures that if not the week of the 15th of February, which I think it's going to be, it's got to be before March. So it's either the second to last or the third week in March or the last week in March. DLC 1 will be live. That's the intel. Now, let's do another little teaser here. Since we know it's got to be Quezon and Vietnam is where it's going to be. Let's look at this little image here. So Quezon, if you see here, Quezon is in this location here in Vietnam. Now, this right here looks familiar. Why, you ask? Good question. Let's go ahead and go right to this image here and pop this puppy up. If you see right here, this is a little image, and I'm not sure which person gave us this little thing, this little intel here, but this is actually what I was kind of trying to focus on right here. Let's do this real quickly here. Let's go right here. Let's zoom in. There we go. That's much better. It's a little smaller for you guys to see. I apologize. I'm basically going to focus on this part here. So this is something that they were focusing on based on the map that Weaver has. So let's go ahead and move this over here. These maps from a cutscene show different locations. And if you remember, one of those locations, we're not going to get past that one yet. One of those locations is right here, which is Morasko, Poland. So this image, so these images are all the DLCs. It's guaranteed it's all the DLCs because this one up here is D Machine. And then, of course, we've already been to Morasko, Poland. So that one, check off that one. So the next one's got to be this one that Weaver's looking at, which is going to be right here. If you look at the image really kind of sort of closely right there, look at this part of the map right here. It looks eerily similar. And where he's marking that part of the map, this person instead of the community said it was right here in the Donghoi area. But as I look at this map and I compare it to... Let me go ahead and do this real quick. Let me move this map over here so you guys can see it. Sorry, I took a picture of my phone, so it's kind of sort of blurry a little bit. I apologize in advance for the quality. Let's zoom it in just a little bit. Okay, hold on. Let's zoom that out. Okay, never mind. I apologize. It's super pixelated. It's kind of stupid. I'm sorry. But if you look at this map compared to this map, this portion right here, let me zoom it out a little bit more. So this part right here, which is this part here, if you see the little curvature and then there's a big old like gap up here. So this person said that it was going to be in this area. So they were wrong on that part of the community. But however, they were right on track in regards to a close location, which is right here. Right here is Keisan. So the community wasn't exactly right on the actual exact location of where DLC 1's going to be, in my opinion, based on this intel. But as you can see here, the alleged Firebase Z will probably be right here, Keisan, which is more so along the lines of right about here is where DLC is going to be. So in addition to that, this might be something that we need to pay attention to as well, because this is like a community-made breakdown of the DLCs. So it looks like so far the communities and they're grinding out these details is correct. That DLC 1 was, of course, D Machine in Poland. We found that out. DLC 2 could possibly, and I think it will be, Vietnam. And then DLC 3, I think, honestly, based on where we're going with this strategy here, DLC 2 is going to be Germany. DLC 3 is going to be Russia. Now, DLC 4, who knows? Who knows where it's going to be? That's the beautiful part about this part in the community. But this intel is beautiful, man. And I love it. Shout out to the community for getting all this beautiful intel. This is the extent of the research. I did a little research on Keisan, and I looked at the actual, like, the village. And of course, as you know, from the campaign, we do have a Vietnam mission. So if you want to check that out and see if that possibly is the location of it, that could be it. But guys, this is some pretty big information here. So we got all this juicy intel going in, and we know now, based on this particular thing right here, this intel here, at least in my opinion, that DLC number 1 for Call of Duty Cold War Zombies is going to be none other than February 15th, if not the week of February 15th, and people are saying it's called Firebase Z. I think it's going to be Operation or whatever this is redacted. Or it could be Operatia. I cannot speak Russian to save my life. Help me out, chat. Okay, Russian language of Operation that. That's what I feel like this thing right here is probably going to be what the title of DLC 2 is. So that's my juicy intel, guys. If you guys have anything else you guys want to add to this theory of what exactly the DLC title is going to be, make sure to let me know in the comment section down below. And while you guys are watching this video, I would greatly appreciate yet again if you guys can make sure to hit that thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel, and of course, don't forget to hit that bell notification to know whenever I go live or when I post a video on the channel. I'm the Mattman98. Thank you so much for bearing with me throughout this entire video. And if you have any theories, make sure to slam those down in the comment section down below, and I will look at every single comment and respond to them as necessary if you guys require my response or not. But I will still look at them, and I appreciate every single comment. Again, guys, God bless and good night. Have a Merry Christmas. If you guys are catching this video before Christmas, I definitely wanted to post this video before I went on vacation. I will be on vacation for 2 weeks until the new year. So again, guys, if I don't have a video come out before then, or if you don't see me on stream before then, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and for God's sakes, please pray that 2021 is an amazing year and that we can get away from this stupid pandemic and we can get back to our normal lives right here inside the Matt Cave. Again, guys, God bless and good night, and I will see you in the next video right here inside the Matt Cave. Peace out.